Hi guys, Miss Christensen here with a little math talk for you. And today we're going to talk about elapsed time. Okay, so maybe you hear that word elapsed and you think, what does she mean? Elapsed time just means how long something takes. So how long does an activity take, right? How long does it take to eat lunch? Okay, so that's a good example. So if you go to lunch at 11 o'clock, let's say 11 o'clock, let me get my clock to 11, okay, if my clock is right at 11, then the hour hand should be pointing to the 11, right? The hour hand is the shorter red hand here, and the minute hand is on the 12, and the minute hand on this clock is the blue longer one, okay? And if lunch lets out at 11:30 a.m., right, that's still in the morning, then I'm going to move my minute hand down to the 6. Okay, now my clock says 11:30. Notice that my hour hand gets closer to the number 12, but it isn't at the number 12 yet. So it's still in the 11 o'clock hour. Okay, now we want to know how long did lunch last? Okay, so if we started at the 12 and we moved all the way down to the 6, what's the fastest way? We could count each minute. We could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to take a while, right? The cool thing about clocks is you can use skip counting by fives. That's the easiest way and fastest way that I find counting the time. Okay, so I'm going to start here. Just again, as if we were counting on a number line, we're not going to start counting on the number 12. We'll say go and then count by fives. Okay, so this will be a little review on our skip counting by fives. Okay, so we'll say go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So lunch lasted for 30 minutes. All right, now some questions you might see. We'll say Sally started soccer practice at 12:30. Okay, you can see that my hour hand is in between the 12 and the 1. It hasn't reached the 1 yet, but it is 12:30. And she spent, well, let's say that her soccer practice ended at 12:15. Okay, so we'll have to move our hour and minute hand, I'm sorry, 1:15, not 12:15, it's 12:30 right now, 12:30, and we'll say it ended at 1:15. So we'll move the clock so it says 1:15. Okay, so if I want to count, if I want to know the elapsed time for her soccer practice or how long her soccer practice lasted, I would have to count from here to here. I'll skip count by fives to find how much time the soccer practice lasted. Okay, so I'm starting here because this is what time, this is where the minute hand was when the soccer practice started. It was 12:30 and it ended at 1:15. Okay, so we're going to go all the way to this 3. We'll skip count by fives. Ready? Go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So her practice, her soccer practice lasted 45 minutes. And how long was lunch? Lunch was 30 minutes. So some questions you might see will say, how many minutes did both activities take all together? And so what you would do then, right, there's that key word, right, all together. Then you would add them together, right? And these are add-ins, so it doesn't matter which order you add them in. You can add the 45 first or the 30 first. So I'm just going to set it up like this in a vertical manner. So I'm going to say 30 plus 45, okay? And in my ones place, I have a 0 and a 5. 0 plus any number is that number, right? So 5. And then 3 plus 4 in the tens place makes 7 tens. So all together, lunch and soccer practice took 75 minutes. And if you remember, this is a little just extra. An hour is 60 minutes. So if I say 75 minus 60, right? 5 minus 0, I have more on top, no need to stop. 5 minus 0 is 5, and 7 minus 6 is 1. That means that soccer and lunch were a total of 1 hour and 15 minutes, or just 75 minutes. All right? Hope this is helpful. Hope you're feeling well, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye for now.